Hello everyone! Today we are going to take a look at a Reaper script called AccessiChords, which was developed by me and is made for injecting chords based on the current pitch cursor node directly into the MIDI editor. Let's get started right away. So first of all, what do you have to do in order to install the script? You have to go into your Repack extension menu. In the case that you don't know what Repack is a Reaper extension that allows you to install all kinds of external scripts which allow you to run actions which are not natively supported by Reaper, but thanks to the awesome Reaper infrastructure, we are able to write our own scripts which can do things for us that would be really, really hard to do or complex to do or would require multiple steps each time we wanted to do them just by hitting one single action, and that's it. And Repack allows us to install all the scripts that are out there within the entire Reaper community, because people submit them to the Repack repository index, and from there you can install over 1000 different scripts if you want to and run them whenever you need to. I've covered all of that in a different video which goes over my process of using Reaper together with multi-track video files. If you're interested in that, then go check the video out. Also do that if you're interested in what Repack does and how to use it. I will just quickly go over the necessary steps here so that you know what to do, but if you want a more detailed and in-depth explanation, then go check out this video that is linked in the video description and shown in the info card now. Right, so what do we need to do? Let me get out of the MIDI editor here.
Unsave.
And let me open the extensions menu.
For MIDI device, B.
Let's go down.
Repack submenu R.
Here we go. We go in there.
Synchronize packages S.
Now we need to go to import repository.
Browse import repositories I. Import repositories dialog. Type or paste one or more repository index RLS, one per line. Edit multi-line blank.
There we go. And the link that you need to paste in here is the link to my personal Repack repository, which contains all kinds of various scripts that I've written, but not also those, but also ones from our blind and visually impaired Reaper community. The link can be found within the video description, so go down there now, pause the video, copy the link, paste it in here, and press play. After importing it means that you paste it in here. Press tab once.
Discover repositories, button Alt plus D.
Again.
OK, button Alt plus O.
Hit OK, and after doing that, come back to this video. Right, so I canceled this, and now what we need to do is go into the extensions menu again, Alt X.
For MIDI device, B.
Down.
Repack submenu R.
Open that.
Synchronize packages S.
Go to Browse Packages.
Browse packages, B. Browse packages dialog, filter, edit blank.
And in here we type AccessiChords, written A, double C,
C, C,
E,
E,
double S,
S, S,
I,
CH,
OR,
OR,
DS.
DS.
And now we tab a few times.
Clear this to list.
4 times. And we use the down arrow.
Package, AccessiChords, category, MIDI editor, version 1.1, author, Timtum, type, script, last update, September the 15th, 2021 of 2.
That is the wrong one. That is the one within the main Repack index. I started out AccessiChords back in 2020, and back then I submitted it to the global Repack repository index. But this one is outdated by now. So what we need is the latest version, which is 1.2.2, and this version can be found in my repository. So we press down arrow once again.
Package, AccessiChords, category, MIDI editor, version 1.2.2, author, Tony Bath, Timtum, type, script, last update, March the 5th, 2023, 2 of 2.
There we go. That is the version that we need. If you want to install that, you now tab.
Select all button Alt plus S. Unselect all button Alt plus U. Actions, button Alt plus A.
You open that.
Stay context menu.
And in there you have
Reinstall v1.2.2R.
And I've got reinstall. You will have an install button. You hit that, which will close the menu.
Browse pack.
And after that, you tab a few times.
OK button Alt plus O.
OK, hit that, and it will install it. That's already it. You now have the script installed. Now, how to use it and what can it do for you? AccessiChords, for all the people who are either interested to be more flexible with the keyboard and composing without an actual MIDI keyboard, but only by using the actual computer keyboard, or for people who don't know enough about chord and music theory, you can quickly inject chords into your MIDI editor. So for that purpose, I've already created a MIDI item.
One untitled MIDI item.
We opened that with Control-Alt-E.
MIDI tape.
And there we're in the MIDI editor now. And now we can use the pitch cursor with Alt and up and down arrows, right?
C#5, C5, B4, A#4, A4, G#4, G4, F#4.
Let's go to C4.
F4, E4, D#D4, C#4, C4.
Here we go. So now that's all built into Reaper so far. But now we can use AccessiChords to preview specific chords and inject them directly into a project. So by default, the AccessiChords actions are not assigned to any keyboard shortcuts. You need to do this manually. In order to do that, you would open the actions list from within the MIDI editor, press F4.
Actions dialog filter, edit blank.
Search for AccessiChords, double C,
C,
E, double S,
S,
I, CH,
CH,
OR,
DS.
Once again, tap a few times.
Clear find short section. Combo but list one list.
And here we've got all the actions.
CTRL plus Alt plus Shift plus I. Description. Script. Symptom AccessiChords insert selected chord for pitch cursor. Lure 1 of 8.
So I've assigned the insert action to Control Alt Shift I. I've assigned the chord switch functions to Control Alt up and down arrow, the switch between chord inversions action to Control Alt left and right arrow, and the switch between chord modes action to Control Alt Shift and left and right arrow. I will just quickly demonstrate this in just a second. You need to assign those shortcuts for yourself though, and you can obviously pick some totally different keyboard shortcuts if you want to. You can easily do this by pressing tab a few times.
Shortcut add button.
You would press add here. Afterwards, you're asked to import your key combination. You just type it once, press OK, and it will automatically assign that shortcut to your action. You need to do this for every AccessiChords action except one.
Shortlist 1.
And that's this one.
Description. Script. Symptom AccessiChords process notes deferred. Lure 2 of 8.
You don't need to assign a shortcut to this one. You're not supposed to do this at all. Just don't do it. Now, escape out of this.
MIDI.
And now I will show you what you can do. Now we've selected C4, right? We press Control Alt down arrow once.
C4 major.
And it's playing us the C4 major chord. Let's press Control Alt up arrow.
C4 minor.
And it's selecting the minor chord and also playing this for us. Again.
C4 para. C4 suspended second. C4 suspended fourth. C4 diminished. C4 augmented. C4 major sixth. C4 minor sixth. C4 dominant seventh. C4 major seventh. C4 minor seventh. C4 flat fifth.
And there we go. These are all the chords that we have. Let's go down to major again.
C4 major.
Here we go. So, as you've just heard, this allows us to quickly go through all the chords that are there. There are obviously more of them, and I would probably add more chords within one of the later versions. But for now, that would be fine, right? So, what else can we do? We can obviously go through the chord inversions. Control Alt right arrow in my case.
C4 major inversion 1. C4 minor inversion 1. C4 power inversion 1. C4 suspended second inversion 1. C4 suspended fourth inversion 1. C4 diminished inversion 1. C4 augmented inversion 1. C4 major sixth inversion 1. C4 minor sixth inversion 1. C4 dominant seventh inversion 1. C4 major seventh inversion 1.
And so on and so forth, right?
C4 major inversion 1.
We've got a second inversion.
C4 major inversion 2.
And even a third.
C4 major inversion 3 does not exist.
But we can still go
C4 minor inversion 3 does not exist.
Up and down, and in the case that the inversion actually exists, we'll be able to actually play it.
C4 minor inversion, C4 minor, C4 major.
We can also do broken chords by changing the chord mode. Control, Alt, Shift, and right arrow key.
C4 major, broken from lowest to highest.
There you go.
C4 minor, broken from lowest to highest. C4 power, broken from lowest to highest. C4 suspended second, broken from lowest to highest. C4 suspended fourth, broken from lowest to C4 diminished, broken from lowest to highest. C4 augmented, broken from lowest to highest. C4 major sixth, broken from lowest to highest.
And so on and so forth, right? We can change the chord inversion here again.
C4 major sixth inversion 1, broken from lowest to highest.
Ah, that's kind of broken, right?
C4 major sixth inversion 2, broken from lowest to highest.
So it's actually playing the notes from lowest to highest, but it's not taking the octave into consideration here. So that's a bug that I need to fix in one of the later versions, but it works. And the great thing now is that, let's go back.
C4 major sixth, broken from C4 augmented, broken from lowest to highest. C4 minor, broken from lowest to highest.
Here we go. Let's change back to
C4 minor.
the stacked chords, and now we can insert them, and it will take our grid into consideration. So for example, if I set my grid to quarter notes,
grid quarter,
and then I press Ctrl Alt Shift I, which is the insert action that I just assigned, I will have
3 notes,
my chord inserted into this project.
B2.
Now let's set it to, don't know, full
grid whole
notes, and for example say that we want to play a different note which is not starting on C, so we move the pitch cursor.
C sharp D4, D sharp D4, F4, F sharp 4, F4.
Let's say the F chord, we want to do it in first inversion.
F4 minor inversion 1.
And we want to play the major.
F4 major inversion 1.
And we insert this. And now we go back.
3 notes, beat 1, 3 notes.
And play. So that is all there is to say about AccessiChords. It takes your grid into consideration, but also the next note length. So if you want to detach from the actual grid size, which you control by just pressing the number keys, but you configure your notes to be of a certain length without changing the grid length, which can be done by pressing the control and the number keys, AccessiChords will take that into consideration as well. That's so far all there's to say about AccessiChords. It's meant to be a replacement for a popular Reaper script called Chordgun, which is a UI-based version of AccessiChords, whereas it shows you a UI where you can click the chords and insert them into your media editor directly. But the UI is absolutely inaccessible, and I thought I want to have something which does something similar, so I wrote AccessiChords, which does all of that via the keyboard shortcuts. If you've got any ideas or suggestions for this script, then feel free to leave them within the comment section below the video. Also, if you like the script, leave a like for this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see news about AccessiChords and other scripts that I wrote, which will get their own videos on this channel at some point too. Feel free to copy the repository link in the video description, install AccessiChords for yourself and play around with it. It's totally free, just do it, no strings attached. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye.